Hey guys, this video is going to be just a little bit different. We are going to discuss how to get healthy my way. I am one of those people who hates exercise. I always have. If I was ever an athlete is fucking beyond me. It's not fun. It's not relaxing. It's fucking torture. Exercise is not a good time for me. Also, I laugh at those people who think exercise is fun. Those people who post pictures, workout, grind, blah, blah, blah. I laugh at that. That is not fun to me. I don't know why people think it's fun. I don't understand why people do all that. It's not fun. Another reason that I have a problem getting healthy is I love food. I'm one of those people. I like to eat. I like food. I don't like starving myself and depriving myself. I love fucking pizza. It's my best friend. Pretty sad when, food is your best friend, but I love to cook. I'm addicted to food porn. I have a problem. I really do. And so, from what I've already told you, you guys can tell this is a problem. It really is. So, this is how I've been trying to get healthy. Alright, so all my life, I've always been a little bigger built. I've been not necessarily heavy, but more stocky and more built. But according to my height at the doctor's office, I've always been overweight. And I never really let that bug me because even when I was in the best shape of my life, I was all muscle. And so that overweight title never really affected me. But when you see your body every day, we all know this, you don't notice as much of the extra add-on as you would if you haven't seen somebody in 10 years. So I didn't really notice the change until it was too late for me to not gain weight. So the reason I noticed is, as bad as it sounds, is Wyatt told me. And at first I thought he was just being a dick, but he's like, you need to start doing something. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go eat my fucking ice cream, dude. Don't tell me what to do. I look fine. I'm a hairstylist. I'm active. I'm on my feet every day. How could I not be in shape? So, just to prove him wrong, I went out and bought this Fitbit. Well, in the initial setup, it says what weight do you want to be at and what's your current weight. Well, I went and weighed myself, and I'm not going to divulge this to all you because I don't want to hear it, but I gained a lot more than I thought I did. So it was like, holy crap, I need to do something. So then I started walking around and realized I wasn't as mobile as I thought I was either, and I saw this picture of myself from about 2 months ago, and I went, oh my gosh, am I really that big? Am I really that not tiny? It was almost devastating. Something had to change, and I'm not good at, there was just no possible way I was going to be happy with myself knowing that I gained that much weight. So after having this thing for a few days, I realized I don't move around as much as I think I do. And it kind of gave me that motivation to try and hit those goals, to get up and move more. And it's really cool, actually, because it starts with these basic settings. You start with the 10,000 steps, the 4 water bottles a day, all that simple stuff that seems pretty simple when you hear it, but when you're actually starting, it kicks your ass. So it made me want to move around just to hit those goals, just to make sure I said I could do it. And when I would take the dogs out before I went to bed, I would look and see where I was at and how many steps I'd taken and realize I needed to walk more. So instead of just taking them out and letting them go, I would walk up and down the street until I hit that goal. So it helps a lot. Then that walking before bed became a habit. I didn't even look at it anymore. I just kept walking up and down the street, and now I'm up to like 15,000 steps a day on average. So it's a really good way to get there. It's a good good idea. So when that 10,000 came easy, I changed it to 11, which is another really cool thing about this, is you can set your own goals. You can change them. So if something becomes too easy or if something's too hard, you can change it. You can alter it. So you're always more motivated to move around. You're more motivated to do stuff. So I'm not saying this thing is 100% accurate, because it most likely is not. Even me moving my arm like this is probably counting steps that I'm obviously not taking, but it gets you thinking. It gets you moving just that little bit more, and I really think that's what I needed, because I feel better, I feel like I look better, and even Wyatt's noticing a change, so that's awesome. So here are some tips for that. So if you're like me and you work all the time, how do you get all these steps in without busting your butt at night? I get it. When you get home, you have a million more things you need to do. You need to cook dinner, you need to clean up dinner, you need to do the dishes, you need to do all of this stuff, and I get that. And it's hard. So here's what I've started doing. When you're on the phone, just talking, chatting it up, start pacing. It doesn't have to be a fast pace. It doesn't even have to be a brisk pace. Just walk back and forth when you're on the phone. If you're a smoker, when you go outside to smoke, instead of standing there or sitting and chilling, pace. Just walk. Just get moving. It's really not that hard to do. You just have to get your steps in, whatever it takes. Like I said, even just doing this probably gets them in, but what is that really doing for you? If you are going to spend the money on something like this and you are serious about wanting to get healthier, just do the little things. Just make an extra trip to the car to get the groceries out. Do it. Just simple little things really do make a huge difference, let me tell you. So next is your water intake. I did a lot of research on this, actually about everything, because I'm lazy and I don't want to do a whole bunch of work to try and lose weight, but I still want to look and feel better. So water is a really good way. It's a natural cleanser. It cleans you out. It does all of that. But there's so many contradicting sites that say, drink water before you eat, drink water after you eat. No, that's not good for you. No, that is good for you. It's here and there and everywhere. So it's really hard to tell what actually works. But what I found, or what I've been doing, is just drink as much water as you possibly can. It seems to work. That is the only way you are ever going to please any of these specialists, these educated idiots who think they know what they're talking about. And that's really the only way. And it's a lot better to drink water than it is to drink anything else, because if you're drinking pop or juice, that's really just empty calories. You don't get full from them. You get no real nutrition from them. You're just drinking calories, and it's obviously the same with alcohol. But so just throughout the day, drink water as best as you can. And the best time definitely is before you exercise, whether it be a walk or going to the gym or whatever, and after, because you don't want to get dehydrated, and that's not good for anybody. You don't want that. So I mean, it's just drink what you can. I mean, it's not as hard as you would think it would do. I'm up to like 6 waters a day easily, and that's just what I remember to track. That's not even what I forget about. So the next thing I figured out is people are going to give you a whole bunch of cock and bull about what you can and cannot eat. Let me tell you, whole bunch of horse shit. That's all that is. Now, they tell you not to eat bread, not because it's fattening, not because it's not good for you, but because it's not as filling. It is at first, but because bread, I'm sure you've kind of smushed bread before, it smushes down, so it'll start as this big meal and it will feel like you're full, and then an hour later you're hungry because it disintegrates down to nothing. So that's the main reason they tell you not to eat bread. Not because it's bad for you, not because it's fattening, but because it doesn't stay whole long enough to make you feel full for a long period of time. So they try and tell you can't eat certain foods while you're trying to lose weight, which is slightly true, But what do most people do when they are told they can't eat something, or that they're supposed to eat healthy throughout the whole week and they have one day to cheat? What do they do on that cheat day? They overindulge and undo everything they've done the whole week. So we don't want to do that. So here's what I've been doing. If you want something, and if you're anything like me, if you want something, nothing is going to taste good until you get that something. So if you're like that, just eat smaller portions. Don't overindulge. Don't completely stuff your face. If you want pizza for dinner, go get your happy ass pizza. But instead of eating 3 or 4 pieces, eat 1 or 2. Just cut it down. Make it smaller. That's going to help immensely. So, it amazes me how many people think that to lose weight, you can't eat what you want. You can't be happy. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I don't get my fattening foods, I'm going to be miserable. And nobody wants to be around miserable me. It's not a good time. So, another trick is, throughout the day, because I would catch myself doing this too, and apparently this was one of the reasons I was gaining more weight than what I would like. I wouldn't eat throughout the day, and then when I would get home, I was so hungry, I would just eat so much. Well, you don't want to do that either. So if you eat smaller portions throughout the day, you're going to be less hungry at night and not stuff your face. Your body is not stupid. If you don't eat all day and then it gets food, it thinks there's a shortage. So it's going to store that, and that's why a lot of people gain weight. Another thing is, if you're going to snack healthier. Cucumbers, celery, Special K chips. You just pick something a little bit better for you. You don't have to jump straight to salad. I'm not saying you do, because I don't, but it will help to do that. Now, this is something I heard from a workout video, but it seems to be working. Don't let that food sit there. No matter excuse me, what you eat, when you eat it, whether it's cucumbers, celery, or pizza. Once you eat those calories and you get them in your body, don't let them sit there. You need to move. You need to either walk around, you need to do your workout, whatever. Calories in, calories out. It's the easiest way to get things going, because obviously you don't burn as many calories as you take in. It's a lot easier to take those calories in than it is to burn them off. So you want to just constantly keep moving. While you're doing the dishes, do a little dance. Between commercials, just stretch your legs. Do something to get moving. Anything will burn your calories. So it makes it a lot easier. Now, these are just a few more tips I found to make it a little bit easier for you. Stay away from calorie counters. For some reason, they make you feel like you can eat more food and that you're doing okay and keep eating, and that's not good. So just don't do it. Another thing is, this was my problem, why I actually had to take the fucking scale away from me, because I was getting obsessed with weighing myself. For like the first month that you are not necessarily working out, but being more active, do not weigh yourself. Don't do it, because you're gaining muscle mass back before you can burn out the fat. So you're actually going to gain weight before you lose it. And that gets a lot of people really discouraged. So don't do that. That's not a good idea. And most likely, if you don't know this, it will discourage you, and then your whole thing will just be down the window. So, I mean, that's what I had to do, and I'm a lot happier now that I'm not constantly checking my weight. Don't try to do too much at once, because if you try overdoing it, you're either A, going to be so sore that you don't want to do it the next day, or B, get discouraged. Start small. Do baby steps, and that way it's not as big of a jump or as big as a leap to get healthier. Here I am. It's been almost, I want to say, 2 months since I've had this thing. I'm not going to say I'm anywhere near where I want to be, but I am doing a lot better than I was. I am not only noticing I'm toning down and getting slightly skinnier, I am noticing that I feel better and I sleep better. And not only that, Wyatt's noticing I look and feel better. And it makes me want to do more. And not only that, I mean, that motivation helps a lot more. Getting that look, that feeling of accomplishment, that helps a lot more than what you would think it does. And it's a great feeling because I'm not starving myself. I'm not miserable from working out all the time. I'm not eating that crappy health food that everyone's always craving about, but I'm still feeling better about myself. And you know, I think that it's a really good start to where I'm going. So feel free to post any of your techniques for lazy getting healthy, and I will keep showing you what we are doing here and how we're doing. We are in the middle of moving right now, so not too many videos probably, not too many posts at all actually, but once we finally get done with all that, you'll get all sorts of notified. So I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Make sure to check out my blog, bug43.blogspot.com. See you later, guys.